Let us start the game. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to a new series that I'm gonna do. The channel's gotten pretty heavy with Overwatch, and there was a bunch of Zelda stuff that I did, and honestly, I just never finished them because I got bored of them. I got bored of recording them, and I wasn't having fun anymore. And I hope that's not going to be the case with Persona 5 because I've already done two consecutive runs of it. One on normal and one on Merciless. I actually just finished Merciless last night, and it was a trip, let me tell you. But I loved it. Persona 5 to me is a really great game. It's honestly worth all the praise that it's been getting. Um, so yeah, this is going to be my third run for the game, and it's going to be a special type of run. I have a really good friend. I've known him for years, ever since I was like 4 or 5 even. And he went and got me some of the DLC for Persona 5. So the DLC that I got was the Persona 3 outfit, the Persona 4 outfit, Thanatos, Orpheus, Messiah, and Izanagi. Now, for this run, I'm going to do something I like to call the Persona 3 run. So what this means is, and I do apologize for talking over this, I know it's a really good scene, but I want to get this all out of the way and up front. The Persona 3 run that I have in mind is, I'm only allowed to use the Persona 3 outfit for every character. It's not just for the protagonist. Every character has to wear it. And for early game, Orpheus has to be in my party. For mid game, Thanatos has to be in my party. I can keep Orpheus if I want, or I can choose to get rid of him. But for the end game, I am allowed to use Messiah, only at the end game. Now, this will be a New Game Plus, so all of my personas from the previous file will be transferred over. All of my items and money and social stats will be transferred over. So, that being said, I do want to point out that I have put... the reason why this time is higher is because I've been using it to test record, because I've been needing to. But to give you an idea of how much I've put into the game, there's that current time, which was up to about 5 minutes ago. And then there's the time from when I finished my first run. My first run was on normal. This one was Merciless. So, I'm not gonna do Merciless for this run. Not gonna do that because honestly, Merciless is a grind. I'll either do it on normal or hard, one or the other. So, we're gonna load it up. Also, I have to name the protagonist after the Persona 3 protagonist. But I'm not going to use Makoto Yuki because that conflicts with another character in the game. So, would you like to inherit your clear data? Yes. So, our social stats, the Persona Compendium, skill cards, equipment, money, and playtime will all be carried over. And I can get any special items, as well as Christmas presents. Christmas presents,
This
basically,
story is a work of fiction.
I can't really remember right now.
Similarities between characters or events to persons
But
living or dead.
this is their disclaimer that the story is a work of fiction. Everything is coincidental,
To the above have the privilege.
and we have to agree.
The contract has been sealed.
There is a thing where if you don't
The
agree,
world
you
is
just
not as
immediately
it
get
should be.
tossed back into
It's
the
filled with distortion,
title screen.
and ruin can no longer be avoided.
Uh,
Those who oppose fate and desire change
this is just going over
from time to
a
time They were referred
basically a
to
giant
as
premise of it.
tricksters.
So
You are the trickster. Now is the time to rise against the abyss of distortion.
it's just telling us what our goal is, basically. So here we go. Honestly, I'm gonna be talking a lot through different cutscenes because, like I said, this is my third run. I have seen the story twice now, from beginning to the true ending. There are a couple of bad endings. I have no intention on getting them at all. I will say this though, for those who are, for lack of a better word, triggered, not in the offensive way, not in like the mean internet joking way, but like something in the game will actually cause you to freak out, panic, etc. This game does deal with topics that can cause that to happen. I will leave another warning for when it really gets to that point, but until then, just keep that in mind as you watch the series. This is going to be a longer series. I don't know how long I'm going to make the episodes, but they will be pretty long, so get used to this voice.
He's here. Moving immediately.
Going back to the Persona 3 run, since this is New Game Plus, I have access to all my Personas from the previous files, which means I will be using them to my fullest extent.
This is our only chance.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. Don't worry.
Alright, so just ignore them. This is basically the tutorial of going, or it's a tutorial of going over everything.
Always, Joker.
I bet Skull wouldn't pull it off that smoothly.
It may seem weird where it's just like throwing you into this and you have no clue what happened. It'll be explained, I promise.
Everyone remember where
Stop right there.
But honestly, this game is just so good. I love it so much. I got it when I got the special edition for PlayStation 4 whenever it came out on April 4th, and just I fell in love. I can say that I've put more time into this game than I have Breath of the Wild. If that gives you any indication of how much I love this game.
No threat. Get him, Joker.
So we can only use this persona. I'm not gonna say the name of the persona because it'll basically everything that I can mention will be talked about at a later point in time in the game. And so while, of course, this entire Let's Play will be incredibly spoiler heavy, I'm not gonna try to outright spoil something from the story. And if it sounds like I'm stopped up, I shouldn't be. I am a wee bit groggy. When I wake up, it takes a while to wake up, and I've only been up for about, I'd say about an hour. Not an hour, about an hour and a half. And I'm still not really woken up. But I have been wanting to start this. I was gonna do it last night, but I wasn't feeling good. Something I ate was messing with me, and so I just went on to sleep instead.
Come on, man.
I'm okay.
I'm not gonna mention anybody's names that's speaking right now because, like I said, everything will be mentioned at a later point. I will have to say though, it does take a while to get actually going,
Huh? What?
and that's something that kind of wasn't the best thing. But honestly, the slow start's not even that bad because it's not even that slow. Like, the game just throws you in there, which is, to me, is something that's really great. But it throws you in there with a long tutorial. But it's not like you're not doing anything. Persona 4. Sorry. Had a little cough there.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there! There's nowhere to run! See ya.
Huh, what a show off. You're so reckless, you know that?
Honestly, I just love the way that the protagonist in this game is handled.
It can't be! What happened? An ambush? Joker, can you handle
And I will say, this game is incredibly story heavy. And when I say incredibly story heavy, I mean this game is like 90% story. The other 10% being little side quests in, if anybody played Persona 3, in a Tartarus-like area.
Suspect secured. Didn't expect to find some kid.
And honestly, the animated the anime-esque cutscenes in this game are just so great.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
Little fun fact, for those who played Catherine on the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, the engine used in Catherine is the same engine used in Persona 4. So it's a pretty cool thing.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off.
Honestly, when I first played this, I was so confused as to what was going on.
Give it up. Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot?
Good old police brutality.
Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? You still haven't figured it out? There are no laws here to protect criminals like you. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works.
This guy's
Think
voice
all those
is so
crimes were
familiar
led
to
by
me.
a punk like
I could never figure out where
You
it's
seem
from,
to
but
be
he
enjoying every
sounds so familiar to me. Alright, so these are the difficulty. We have safe, we have easy, normal, hard, and merciless. I did normal, and I did merciless. I'm just gonna play hard because normal was a bit too easy, and all merciless was just a grind fest at times. Like, I got to the second boss, and at that point in time I was like level 12, and I just had to take a couple days off to go grind, which was really
Sign
lame.
here. It's a confession under your name.
Alright, so we're just gonna sign it. We have no choice either
Don't
way.
expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Snatch the pen, homeboy. Oh. some of his lines are just completely sassy. Alright, so we get to use our name now. So, like I said, since this is a Persona 3 run that I plan on doing, his name will be Minato, I believe. Minato. A.R. Aristotle. Alright. Let me take a quick second to double check and make sure that's right. Arisato, never mind. I am dumb. Arisato. I don't know why I always wanted to read it as Aristotle. A-T. Okay, there we go. Now it's right.
Excuse me, but this area is off.
I'm probably gonna skip through some dialogue here and there just to get to the point, especially early on, because like I said, I've seen the story 3 times. If you're watching this, you might not have, but
I will not be. This is my.
there is a lot of voice acting in the game, and I do apologize for talking over it, but I just I do feel like saying some things here and there. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna try to get give away anything from the story, but
Didn't expect it to be you. You'll be answering my questions this time. Can you hear me? Almost anything can happen here. That's why I need you to answer me honestly. What was your object? Why did you cause such a... I didn't think it was a prank from the get-go, but I couldn't assemble a case. It's because I couldn't figure out the method.
of course you couldn't. Some of...
There's no way I could be convinced.
I'm gonna
of such
refer
a
to him
world
as
just
Minato
reading
until we
the
get his other
reports.
name.
It seems you're
Some of his
coherent.
lines are just
When and where did you find out about
extremely
that
sassy.
world? How is
I
it
love
even
it.
possible to steal another's heart? Now, start from the...
So as it implies, we will be going through a major flashback. We will be retelling all of our all the story in you know, the form of a flashback.
Held captive, a prisoner of fate. This is truly but if my voice is reaching you, I beg you. The key to victory lies it all began.
I will say this though,
World's future.
don't expect me to be able to max out all social links. I'm hoping I'll be able to. I came really close on my last run. All I was missing was alright, we're gonna save on file 6. I came really close to doing it last time. I was missing about 3. Everybody else was maxed out. And I was close to maxing out one of the other ones. He was on 9 out of 10. But I ran out of time. And it was unfortunate, but that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Damn brat! I'll sue!
What? Are you for real? A mental shutdown? It's the truth! To a person, though? That's gotta be a joke. You really love all that occult stuff, don't you?
Honestly, what happens to the protagonist just pisses me off so much. Especially since it's something that would happen in this day and age.
After meeting you, I get the feeling that's what's going on.
Honestly, that is one of the coolest scenes in this game. I actually found this thing for my phone that puts that style of image onto the onto my phone. I'll take some screenshots and post them, or I'll put them in the video at some point. But it's honestly just really neat. So, we finally got through all the major opening cutscenes, and now we can move around a bit again. Sojiro Sakura. And honestly, Sojiro is one of my favorite. A lot of the characters in this game are great. Let's see if I can remember where it's at. There it is. Alright. And my memory is not perfect, so I will forget things from file to file. And I will be using a guide once I get to the points where I do need a guide. I definitely will be using one for the for anything school related, because it's a Persona game. You juggle between the in this game, as the preface at the beginning from that mysterious man said, you're a trickster. So you will be juggling the life of a trickster as well as a school student.
How frightening.
What could be going on?
Vertical is the name of a shellfish used for farming pearls. Oh, right. They did say that was today.
We'll be going now. The payment's on the table.
Thanks for coming.
This place is in the back alley, so there's no worries of a car.
A what now?
There's been a string of those rampage accidents, you know. I just hope that none happen around here.
None of my concern.
Well, see you next time.
Oh, 4 hours for just a single cup of joe. So, you're the guy.
You're Minato. Please take care of me.
Uh-huh. I'm Sojiro Sakura. You'll be in my custody over the next year. I was wondering what kind of unruly kid would show up. But you're the one, huh? Have you been told? A customer of mine and your parents know each other, and, well, not that that matters. Follow me.
I do love how that's basically just pure coincidence.
This is your room.
You get
Let me
tossed
give you
into an
sheets for
attic.
your bed. You look like you want to... It's on you to clean up the rest. I'll be leaving after I lock up each day. You'll be alone at night, but don't do anything stupid. I'll throw you out if you cause any trouble. Now then, I got the gist of your situation. You protected some woman from a man forcing himself on her. He got injured, then sued you, right? That's what you get for sticking your nose in a matter between two adults. You did injure him, yeah? And now that you've got a criminal record, you were expelled from your high school. The courts ordered you to transfer and move out here, which your parents also approved. In other words, they got rid of you for being a pain in the ass. It's best you not talk about anything unnecessary. I am in the restaurant business, you know. Behave yourself for the year. If nothing happens, your probation will be lifted. Cause any problems, and you'll be sent straight to juvie. We'll be going to Shujin tomorrow.
And like I said, it pisses me off that what happened to the protagonist, because it's a load of bullshit.
Someone like you know? What a waste of my Sunday. Your luggage arrived earlier.
But oh well.
I left them over there.
This is how the game goes. Alright, so we still can't save yet. Alright, so let's clean this up a bit. If it'll let us, that is. Yeah, there we go. Let's start cleaning. Just gonna speed up this a little bit, because really that's all there is to it. Nothing major happens. The events of the beginning start off a bit slowish, but then it picks up.
Seriously. I'm gonna head back then.
Alright. All this is, I really wish there was a way to get rid of the, or a way to skip all the tutorials, but there's not. Arrest, trial, a criminal record. Shows that our protagonist has a conscience. This is incredibly fucked up.
What a waste of time. You think you're worth causing me trouble? Huh?
I'll call the police.
Call them if you want.
No.
Someone call the cops, huh? Get in the car. Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country. What are you looking at? Get out of my face. This ain't a show. Get lost, kid. See? This is all because you're so damn slow. Get in the car.
I swear I hate this so much. I really like the way his phone looks. It's pretty neat looking. I still love the twins' hats. It's a neat thing that they did. For if you couldn't tell at a quick glance, the twins' hats together, not of course side by side, but if you arrange the letters,
Welcome to my velvet room.
they it spells out oxymoron, and that's honestly really cool.
So you've come too, inmate. The you in reality is currently fast asleep. You are only experiencing this as a dream.
You're in the presence of our master. Stand up straight.
Welcome. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. I am Igor, the master of this place. Remember it well. I summoned you to speak of important matters. It involves your life as well.
Let me out.
Know your place, inmate. Who do you think you're talking to?
Still, this is a surprise. The state of this room reflects the state of your own heart. To think a prison would appear as such. You truly are a prisoner of fate. In the near future, there is no mistake that ruin awaits you. Worry not. There is a means to oppose such a fate. You must be rehabilitated. Rehabilitated toward freedom. That is your only means to avoid ruin. Do you have the resolve to challenge the distortion of the world? You didn't decline. Very well. That is enough.
I love that. It's
Allow
like,
me to
what?
observe the
Oh, you
path
didn't
of
decline. Alrighty then.
rehabilitation. Pardon me for not introducing the others. To your right is Caroline. To your left, Justine. They serve
Caroline
as
and
wardens
Justine.
here.
Ha! Try and struggle as hard as you like.
The duty of wardens is to protect inmates. We are also your collaborators.
The
That
Lolly
means
Twins
you
is what
remain
they are.
obedient.
I shall explain the roles of these two at another occasion. Now then, it seems the night is waning. It is almost time. Take your time to slowly come to understand this place. We will surely meet again, eventually.
Time's up. Now hurry up and go back to sleep.
Just everyone wants you to go to sleep in this game. You certainly did.
Hey.
Alright, so let's... I'm just gonna try to skip through all this to where we can actually move along, because it is taking a little while. I'm not gonna
Don't get me
fast
wrong,
forward.
just don't cause me any...
I will leave like a second or two if you really want to see the dialogue, but
To reiterate, honestly, I hesitated on it. You might have done a variety of things in hiding. If you are thrown out from our school, there will be no place for you. This is the teacher in charge of your...
I'm Sadayo Kawakami. Be sure to read the school rules. Any violations will send you straight to the guidance office. And if by chance you cause any problem, that is your promise, yes, Principal Kobayakawa?
He is...
But really though, why me?
It was a sudden transfer, and your class was the only...
If you're done explaining, I got a store to get back.
Sakura-san, don't let him cause any trouble out.
Well, I'll be sure...
Come to the
it
faculty
just pisses
office
me
and-
off how everybody treats him like a criminal when he did nothing wrong. He did the right thing. It just
troublesome.
I can't believe they pushed.
Why in the world?
Who knows? I was told that it's for the school.
I would have thought that my volleyball team has contributed more than enough.
That's certainly true.
Be careful, okay? Then again, if anything were to happen,
Well, I keep wishing that he just. Still, that isn't something I.
Well, I should be returning to practice.
Oh, right.
We'll have to work hard to make up for the.
Yes. But I'd have to be my class.
Traffic's not moving at all. You're taking the train starting tomorrow. So, how was it? The school, I mean. Think you can manage? Now listen up. Don't even... Still, it's not like... I was asked to do it, and I just happened to agree to it. I've already been paid for it, too.
Soju.
Another accident?
Everybody seems like they're, you know, sort of an ass at the beginning.
There's been a lot of those lately.
But I love them. All the characters in this game are just so great. I don't think I'll skip through any of the really animated cutscenes, but if I end up getting game overs from time to time, which is likely to happen, I'll skip over any cutscene that I have to redo.
I don't have a visual yet.
That was direct footage from the accident. According to the police, the engineer's life was not in danger despite his injuries. After questioning, even he could not explain his high speed when approaching the station. No further comments were made. Police are still looking for a plausible motive.
It's less of an operating accident and more of a crime of the company and the government. Site inspectors apparently reported all of this 6 months ago. The deterioration of the tracks and the ATC. Seems a railway company and the Ministry of Transport both turned a blind eye to the truth. There's no way they can hide. This will go all the way to the top.
Now on to our main story. With this derailment accident, as well as other recent incidents of unknown motive, concern is spreading among the general public. Just what could be causing such a drastic change so suddenly in these people? SNN has
Everything's linked. That's what you're thinking, correct? Oh well. Are you free? You and I haven't gone for a drink in a while.
Thank you, sir. But I have another meeting to attend. I must be going.
I was ready to go for this meeting, and that's when this extremely fast train just came crashing in. Oh man, I thought I was gonna die.
A noisy subway platform filled with people suddenly.
Did you ask for me? Is it a case?
Not quite. I want your opinion on something.
Sure. Your judgment is quite often correct, though. Can we discuss this over sushi, perhaps? You are making a student work late, after all.
Conveyor belt only.
Jeez.
Alright.
Well, fine. Talk about a gruesome accident. 80 people were involved.
Jeez.
It's a diary. You may be under probation. There's no special limitations on what you do in particular. Besides following the law, that is. However, I'm obligated to report on you, which is why I'm having you record your daily activities. Hey, I'm about to leave right now. Don't worry. I'll be there in no time. I'll see you soon. Well, I'm off. I'll lock the place up. So do whatever you want for the rest of the night. Oh, you got school tomorrow. You better head off to bed.
I swear, I absolutely love Sojiro. And honestly, the way they did saving in this game is incredible. They managed to incorporate saving into the actual story. Well, for a while anyway. Alright, so now that we can save, I think that's going to be all for this video. I know it was long, and I know it was probably boring at times. And I know I went really quiet because nothing was going on, I didn't have anything to say. But things will be picking up soon. Like I said, it is really slow to start, and that's sort of in the overall theme of this, episode, is how slow it is. But I assure you, in the next video, things are going to pick up like that. So, with all that said, I hope you all have a great day, great night, great afternoon, whenever you decide to watch this, and peace out.